Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today. Welcome to my share for Kitaholic Kits featuring the March 2023 kit. Now I had an idea that I wanted to put frames in my background. I really do struggle sometimes with pattern papers, and so I wanted to feature all the different patterns of this month's kit and the prettiness of the papers, but I didn't want to overwhelm my page, so I wanted to keep some white space in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own little frames. So using my 12 by 12 cutter, I can measure a small section of the outer part of the frame beyond the cutting line, and then measure it along the sideline as well. So off camera, I've gone ahead and created a heap of those little frames in all different patterns, and I'm going to have a bit of a play laying them around. Now at this point I don't think I've got enough, so again off camera I'm going to go ahead and cut a whole lot more, and then you can see I've put some overlapping the outside of the page, and I've got them all different places around the background. I'm then going to cover the whole thing with clear gesso. So I didn't want to lose any of the color of the pattern paper, but I did need to actually get some gesso over the top so that I could add some color, because that's my next step. So using the Elixir, the mica stain that we got in one of the previous mixed media kits, I'm going to use the packaging technique and pop some color around behind the photo. Now I've gone with green to reflect the green that's already in my photo, which is my two fun little men that I've got at home playing with some Legos. So I wanted to use green to reflect the color in that photo. And as you can see, because I've got those frames, the packaging technique didn't get into all the little crevices. So I'm just using a brush and adding some of that color, spreading it around a little bit. I decided too that I'm going to use that same color just to border the page. It just needed a little bit of green around the outside, just to sort of tie everything together and bring it all into featuring that green. Now that I'm happy with how my background is looking, I can go ahead and start to think about how I'm going to embellish. Now I like to mount my photo on some kind of color, so whether it be a white border, a pattern paper border, or in this case a black border, this will just help to lift that photo off that background that I've created. So mounting for me is a really integral step of the photo process, because I can separate my background from the core part of the layout, which is the photo. Once I'm happy, I'm going to mount it on some cardstock, and I should have thrown that green piece out a little while ago because I end up with green mica stain everywhere, but at least it didn't go on anything important, so I continue along with this layout. Now I really like how this is looking. I think that the green adds that pop of color. The frames look really great, but they don't overwhelm the page. And then I'm just going to add some of these florals, a little bit of embellishing. I'm going to mount some up on some foam just to, again, separate things from the background layers. I do love a little bit of texture between the photo and the background. So it's just a matter of finding what works for you. And in this case, for me, it's all about separating the layers from the background. So I'm really happy with the background. I just need to get everything together and on the page. All right, so the layout itself is pretty straightforward. I'm going to enhance and embellish with a few little stickers and bits and pieces from the kit, but essentially I'm really happy with the background. I love this frame situation we've got going on. I'm going to add some stickers, and then I'm going to call this layout done. So that is my share for today. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you haven't, check out Kitaholic Kits and make sure you hit the little subscribe button.